This conference will now be recorded.
Right. Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all for the lecture 10 on pre-stressed concrete structures. So today we are going to continue the second module, part 2 of the second module, pre-stressing losses. So we'll have just a revision on the concepts which we discussed 2 days before. Okay. So might be you may forgot a few things. So I will try to retrieve them. So with the small videos. Okay. So let's start video. In that you can able to understand how the pre-tensioning and post-tensioning can be done. So please try to focus on the way how the pre-stressing is happening. Okay, in that only we can able to understand the pre-stressing losses carefully. Okay, so I will show 3 to 4 videos. So let's have the first video. So this is post-tensioning of a girder. Okay, see in this video, observe carefully where the pre-stressing cables are provided. Pre-stressing cables are provided at below the neutral axis at the reinforcement zone, right? So why we are providing the reinforcement below the neutral axis? Why? Because that is a tensile zone, so it should take care of the tensile stresses, isn't it? So that is a place where we have to stretch the strands to make concrete hog. Okay, so that you can able to understand here. So pre-stressing strands are provided. So when you stretch the strands, concrete will hog to upward direction. So that is called deformation due to pre-stressing forces. So here you can see the deformation of the concrete, which is behaving elastically shortening, right? See here, the initially the length was L. So when there is hogging takes place, definitely the member will reduce in its length, right? So that is called elastic shortening. Okay. So here you can relate the pre-stressing loss with this image. I mean with this video. So initially, so this is the original deflection of a member, right? One second. So this is the original deflection of a member without doing pre-stressing. So when a member is subjected to load, it will bend, right? It will sag. So this is the original deflection due to self weight. Okay. So this deflection we are counteracting by doing stressing. So in that way, your concrete is going to be hogged. Okay, with the deflection less than the deflection which we caused due to self weight. Okay. See what he is trying to show? He is trying to show the deflection of a member due to additional loads, live load, dead load, and all. Okay. So these loads are going to be considered. Okay. So these loads are going to be considered for designing the pre-stressing force. Okay. అంటే మనం ఎంత force ఇస్తే that member will try to hog, okay, to counteract the deformation which is due to the dead load, live load, and self weight. Understand? So our మూడు loads ని consider చేసి, so we have to design the pre-stressing force. So with that force only we have to stretch the strands. By that your concrete will squeeze and it will become hog. It will bend in the upward direction. So technically we should call it as a cambering. Okay, camber under. Pike bend out and camber under. Okay, so that is what happening in this video. Okay, what you are trying to understand. So let's show you another video. So earlier they provided reinforcement, now they provided pre-stressing strands. Okay. So these strands will squeeze the concrete. So see, there is no crack. So that is the biggest advantage of pre-stressing. Why? Because pre-stressing will avoid 100% of cracks in a beam. Understand? See how the concrete is flexible. The pre-stressing makes your concrete so flexible. Okay, it won't uh, create any kind of crack in a beam when you do pre-stressing of a particular structural element. Okay, right. Ivanni mind lo pettukonnu. So please try to remind all these videos. So when we are discussing about pre-stressing losses, you can relate all this. Now let me show you another thing. What happens in so here I want to show you one. So let me move forward. So this is what the stressing jack. Okay. See now, please try to focus here. Yeah. See when you try to pull the strands, okay, with the help of hydraulic jack, so you can see the elongation of the jack with the here. So that elongation is going to measure it here. Okay. See. So there is some extension is taking place. That extension is measuring with the help of a scale, right? See how he is measuring the extension. So here extension is very important to measure the pre-stressing loss which is happening due to relaxation also. What do you mean relaxation? After doing stressing, you are going to release the jack, right? So then what happens? There will be some relaxation takes place. So after releasing the force, okay. So that you can able to understand here, right? So this is what you need to understand from this video. And one more video I would like to show you, which is this one. So what is? So this is the pre-tensioning, right? In this pre-tensioning, it is very clear. Bottom they will provide some reinforcement to make it steam curing. Okay. So that is the red rods or thermal curing. So the way how they do thermal curing. So this is the original bed. Okay, now they are providing the formwork to cast multiple elements of with the help of a pre-tensioning, right? So now they are going to provide strands into that. Okay, yeah. So this is what pre-tensioning taking place. So now they pull the strands and they keep the members under tension, right? See, the strands are under tension now. Okay. So then you have to pour the concrete. So like that, you have to you can cast multiple members like that, and it should be covered with some sheet for steam curing. So now the rods are heated up, so then your members can be cured. Okay, so why? Because you can't wait for 28 days to be cured. So that is the reason why they are doing steam curing. Okay, thermal curing under that. So then what happens now? Clearly, you could observe now what they are doing. So for every element, they are cutting the strands. Strands ఎప్పుడైతే కట్ చేస్తారో ఏమవుతుంది చెప్పండి? When you cut the strand, so definitely the rod which is under tension, when you cut the rod, it will squeeze kada. Rod కూడా కొద్దిగా it will reduce in its length. Reduce అయినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? So there is a bond between concrete and steel. Inside there is a bond between concrete and steel. That bonding will make concrete to have compression stresses into it. Okay, and the strand also will be squeezed. Strand kuda koddiga lopaliki squeeze అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. అర్థమవుతుందా? Let's take an example. Take a rubber band. నేను చాలాసార్లు మీకు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పాను. Take a rubber band and stretch it. మీ హ్యాండ్ మీద హెయిర్ ఉంది కదా, so put that rubber band on your hand. ఏమవుతుంది, when you release the rubber band, it will squeeze the hair, right? So that's what the same thing which is going to happen even in the pre-tensioning over here. So here what you have to understand, you have to keep visual in terms of relaxation of steel also, right? Steel అనేది రిలాక్స్ అవుతుంది. ఎక్కడ రిలాక్స్ అవుతుంది అంటే in this way, where your steel also will tends to reduce in its length. Why? Because you are going to pull the strands till its elastic point. Okay, you are not going to pull the strands beyond the yield point. Beyond the yield point, steel మీరు pull చేశారనుకోండి, what happens? Member undergo permanent elongation. It can't make concrete to squeeze. So that's the reason why. So whatever the tension they do before casting, that tension they do up to yield point. Okay, so then when they cut the rods, so automatically strands ఏమవుతాయి, it will reduce in its length. That is what called relaxation. Understand? Okay, so because you have to understand that relaxation in terms of pre-stress loss. Okay, so then each and every panel is going to be removed. Understand? So this is what I would like to show you guys before we start the presentation on pre-stressing losses, right? So now let's start with our lecture 10. So just I will try to revise the few points over here. So in the previous class, I mean on Monday, I think, so we have started pre-stressing losses. So here we discussed different types of pre-stressing losses. One is immediate loss, other one is time dependent loss. Okay, immediate loss in the sense when you do stressing, at that point whatever the losses we observe, they're all immediate losses. Okay, time dependent losses in the sense when it is under service condition, when it is under working condition, whatever the losses we observe, those losses are called time dependent losses. Okay, so that's how the losses are going to be classified based on time. So pre-stress losses are two types, as we mentioned, immediate and time dependent. What are the immediate losses? Elastic shortening is an immediate loss, friction is an immediate loss, anchorage slip is an immediate loss. And what are the time dependent? Creep, shrinkage and relaxation is a time dependent losses. So here the same losses, the 6 losses, we can relate with the material also. Okay, without seeing the slide, can you tell me which losses are related to material? Elastic shortening is related to which material? Elastic shortening is related to which material? Concrete. Okay, friction relates to which material? Steel. Anchorage slip relates to which material? Steel. Creep relates to which material? Concrete. Shrinkage relates to which material? Concrete. Relaxation relates to which material? Steel. Like that, the same losses we can relate with the material also. So now let me show you the slide here. So the pre-stressing losses are related to concrete and steel, where elastic shortening, creep, shrinkage are going to relate with concrete. Friction, anchorage slip and relaxation are related to steel and metal. Okay, so this is what the pre-stressing losses and which we which explained in the previous class. And one more important table, okay, so which is this. So very, very important. So as we know, there are two pre-stressing systems. One is the pre-tensioning and the other one is post-tensioning. So now you have to understand which losses comes under which system. Okay, so very important one is all losses will be there in post-tensioning. Why? Because post-tensioning is one of the major system where it will be applicable for heavy structural elements like beams, girders, box girders, long span elements like that. So pre-tensioning is which is very limited to huge production with a small kind of elements and matter, like sleepers, electrical poles, right, panels, and a few kind of precasting elements in that way. So here this table is very, very important, where you have to understand which losses will relate with the which system. So type of loss, elastic shortening will be there in pre-tensioning, okay, and post-tensioning lo kuda untundi. But what happens in post-tensioning, if you are doing stressing all cables at once, you can't observe this elastic shortening. But when you are applying tension to each individual wire, then you can observe this elastic shortening loss in the post tension. But rest of anchorage slip is relates to which material? Steel. So there is no pre-tensioning loss. Okay, there is no loss in pre-tensioning, but anchorage slip loss will be there in post tensioning. Friction loss. What do you mean friction? Friction and ante? Friction is nothing but it relates to steel material, but in pre-tensioning there is no frictional loss takes place. Why? Because concrete and steel is going to be bonded together. Antena concrete to steel akkada bond అయిపోయి ఉంటుంది. Why? Because as we know, in pre-tensioning steel is going to be stretched and then concrete is going to be poured. Both are going to be bonded together. Okay, మనం ఏమి stressing చేయట్లేదు after setting. So by that there is no friction loss takes place in pre-tensioning. But in post tensioning there will be a frictional loss. Why? Because concrete and steel is not at all contacted each other. Then the frictional losses takes place when you do stressing జరిగేటప్పుడు ఆ frictional loss అనేది ఉంటుందన్నమాట. ఓకే, how the frictional loss will be there for post tensioning అనేది మనం in detail గా చదువుతాం in the next coming slides. And next, creep and shrinkage. Creep and shrinkage loss are going to relate with concrete material, which will be there in both pre-tensioning and post tensioning. Why? Because creep and shrinkage is a time dependent one, which is going to relate with the concrete. Concrete ki mandatory ga untundi creep and shrinkage loss anedi. So by that you can observe this loss in both the pre-tensioning and post tensioning system. And the last one is the relaxation of steel. Relaxation of steel, just now I told you the relaxation will be there in pre-tensioning and post tensioning. Why? Because after doing stressing, when you remove the jacks or when you cut the strands, definitely strands will reduce, strands will try to relax, strands will be under resilience. Okay, so ఖచ్చితంగా అవి రిలాక్స్ అవుతాయి అన్నమాట. Okay, that relax also we need to consider as a loss in both pre-tensioning and post tensioning. Okay, so these are the topics what we discussed in the previous class. Amma ఎవరైతే మిస్ అయ్యారో I think now I gave you a clear picture on. Now we are going to start with each loss individually. First we'll start with elastic shortening. Okay, elastic shortening in the sense, so first we'll start with immediate losses. What are the immediate losses? There are three immediate losses. One is elastic shortening, second one is friction, and third one is, what is the third one? Elastic shortening, friction, and third one is which is anchorage slip. Okay, so these three are immediate losses. So and what are the time dependent losses? Creep, shrinkage, and relaxation of steel. So these are the time dependent losses. Okay, we are going to discuss all these individually. So let's start with the first one, elastic shortening. Okay, so try to observe carefully here. Elastic shortening is nothing but shorten of concrete member. Andena, so concrete member అనేది length లో short అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. Why it going to shorten? When the pre-stress is transferred to concrete. So when you pull the strands, stress will be transferred into the concrete in terms of compression. Then the member shorten and the pre-stressing steel also shorten in it. అర్థమవుతుందా? Not only concrete, steel also will get shortened in terms of what? When you cut the rod, it will squeeze anamata. Okay, aa vidhanga even steel also will get shortened. Okay, so hence there is a loss of pre-stressing takes place in terms of elastic shortening, right? So you can try to relate this elastic shortening loss in both the pictures. First one, original length of the member at transfer of pre-stress. Pre-stress transfer abak mundu, you can see how the member was with length L. After elastic shortening, you can observe concrete length was reduced. Avuna, concrete length reduced ayindi. Enduku? Because concrete will become hog, concrete will become camber. ఎప్పుడైతే పైకి బెండ్ అవుతుందో లెంత్ లో రిడక్షన్ జరుగుతుంది. At the same time, when concrete reduce in its length, rod also will get reduced in its length. Antena? Say rod individual ga length reduce avadu, right? So when concrete reduce, it concrete and steel are bonded together. In pre-tensioning, concrete and steel are bonded together. So by that you can able to observe the shortening of concrete and steel together, right? See here, whatever the example, whatever the images I am showing right here, they are related to pre-tensioning. Okay, it is not a post-tensioning, right? So in pre-tensioning, there will be a bond between concrete and steel. So when there is a pre-stressing takes place, concrete and steel both will have a shortening, both will shorten. Okay, so అందువల్ల elastic shortening అనేది కాంక్రీట్ కి స్టీల్ కి రెండిటికి ఉంటుంది. Okay, for the both materials there will be an elastic shortening takes place. Okay, so why? Because they are bonded together, right? So here in elastic shortening at a pre-tensioned member, what happens when it is going to become elastic shortening? So when the tendons and the cables, I mean whatever the strands which are placed inside the concrete, when the tendons are cut, indaka meeku video chupichanu kada, after casting, after steam cured, your rods are going to be cut. When the tendons are cut and the pre-stressed force is transferred to the member, concrete undergoes immediate shortening due to pre-stressing. Antena rod cut cheyananta varaku there is no pre-tensioning takes place. Ardhamavutunda? So in the video you have seen, so initially before pouring concrete, your rods are stretched, right? So after pouring concrete, after cured, okay, with the steam curing or whatever it is, when you cut the rod, then only the stressing will induce into the concrete. Cut cheyananta varaku pre-stressing jaragadu. Okay, you have to cut the rod. Whenever you cut the rod, then the steel will try to induce pre-stressing forces into the concrete. Then concrete will undergo pre-stressing anamata. Understand? So this makes your strand and concrete undergo shortening, right? So next one, tendons also shorten by same amount, which leads to the loss of pre-stress. అర్థమవుతుందా? టెండాన్స్ కూడా షార్టన్ అవుతాయి. ఎందుకు? కాంక్రీట్ తగ్గింది అంటే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా స్ట్రాండ్స్ కూడా లెంత్ షార్టన్ అవుతాయి. సో దట్స్ వై the loss of pre-stress will be there even for the tendons also in pre-tensioning. Okay, right. So next you can see how the elastic shortening takes place in pre-tension member, which we seen that in the video lo chala clear ga manam chusam, but even in the picture also you can able to see. So this is called abutments, this is called end abutments, and this is called anchorage. Na cursor ni follow avundamma. So in the left portion you can see where the strand is anchored, okay, and the right portion you can see where the strand is subjected to pulling with the help of a jack, right? So then the strand is undergo stretching. Okay, so then when you cut the rod, ikkada chudandi rod anedi cut ayindi. So when you cut the rod, your concrete and steel are both going to be shortened. There your concrete will be undergo hogging. Chudandi paina ela undi. So it is not straight, it became hogged, paiki camber laga jarigindi, right? So that is what happening in pre-tensioning member. Okay, next let's discuss about the same elastic shortening in post-tensioning member also. Endukante as we discussed in a table, elastic shortening will be there in both pre-tensioning and post-tensioning. In pre-tensioning it will be there, but in post-tensioning when you stress the cables at once, you can't see the elastic shortening, but you when pull the strands individually, then there is a chance of elastic shortening. So that's why elastic shortening at post tension member, what happens if there is only one tendon ante oka strand maatrame, okay, there is no loss undadu, because the applied pre-stress is recorded after the elastic shortening of the member, right? But for the more than one tendon, if the tendons are stretched sequentially, okay, అన్నిటిని మనం సీక్వెన్స్ గా స్ట్రెచ్ చేస్తూ వెళ్తున్నాం అనుకోండి, there is a loss in a tendon during subsequent stretching of the other tendons. Okay, ఒక టెండాన్ ని ఇంకో టెండాన్ ని ఇండివిజువల్ గా మనం స్ట్రెస్సింగ్ చేస్తూ వెళ్తున్నాం అనుకోండి, what happens then? You can observe the pre-stressing loss in the member. అది చాలా ఈజీగా మీరు you can see lively when you do stressing of each cable individually sequentially one by one. Okay, so then there is a loss of tendons are going to be takes place. అదే మీరు like bunch of tendons ni meer eppudaithe stress chestaro, you can't able to see the elastic shortening in the member. Okay, so that is what happening in the post tension member. So now you can see how the post tensioning of a member takes place. So here the concrete and strand which were not bonded together, okay, one portion there will be an anchor and the other portion there will be a jack. So here there is no cutting of strand takes place. Strand mana cut cheyemu. Why? Because there is no contact between strand and concrete. Why? Because there will be a cable inside. That cable makes your member to have a post tensioned after casting, after cured and getting its maximum compression strength, okay, after the 28 days of its strength. సో ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ఇలాగా ఇండివిజువల్ స్ట్రాండ్స్ సబ్సిక్వెంట్ చేస్తామో దెన్ ఓన్లీ యూ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు అబ్జర్వ్ ద ఎలాస్టిక్ షార్టనింగ్. But before that, you can't see any kind of elastic shortening in particularly in post-tension member. Okay, so this is the image where you can able to observe for a post-tension member elastic shortening. Okay, where it gonna it takes place. Understand? So this is the casting bed and this is the concrete member and the stand. So the stands are going to be pulled and leave. Okay, pull chasing the other, they are going to leave it like that. Okay, then the what we call duct pipe is going to be grouted with the help of grouting material. Okay, understand? So this is what the elastic shortening of post tension member. Okay, so that is the first one. And what is the second immediate loss that takes place? Pre-stressing loss, immediate loss, anchorage slip. Anchorage slip is relates to which material? Concrete ka, steel ka. Anchorage slip loss is relates to steel material. Okay, what do you mean anchorage slip? అసలు యాంకరేజ్ స్లిప్ కన్నా ముందు వాట్ యు మీన్ యాంకరేజ్? యాంకరేజ్ అంటే ఏంటమ్మా? ఇప్పుడు బిఫోర్ స్లైడ్ లో మీకు ఇమేజ్ చూపిస్తాను చూడండి. యా, ఇది యాంకరేజ్. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఇది యాంకరేజ్, రైట్? సో దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ యాంకరేజ్ కోన్ అంటారు. యాంకరేజ్ కోన్ ఆర్ బేరింగ్ కోన్ అంటారు. ఈ యాంకరేజ్ ఏం చేస్తుంది? సో యాంకరేజ్ విల్ హోల్డ్ ద స్ట్రాండ్ అట్ దాట్ పర్టికులర్ లొకేషన్. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో యాంకర్ ఎప్పుడు రాడ్ ని హోల్డ్ చేస్తుంది అనమాట ఆ పర్టికులర్ ప్లేస్ లో, రైట్? సో దెర్ విల్ బి యాంకరేజ్ లాస్ టేక్స్ ప్లేస్. అది ఏ విధంగా జరుగుతుందో చూద్దాం. సో యాంకరేజ్ అంటే మీకు అర్థమైంది. వాట్ యు మీన్ స్లిప్? స్లిప్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఓకే, స్లిప్ అంటే సో ఇట్ విల్ లూజ్ ఇన్ ఇట్స్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్. ఓకే, స్లిప్ అంటే ఏంటి? మనం జారడ్ అని అంటారు. ఓకే, ఎప్పుడైతే మనిషి జారడ్ అనుకోండి, వి కాల్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఎ స్లిప్. ఎప్పుడైతే మీరు స్ట్రెస్సింగ్ చేస్తున్నారో దెన్ దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ పాసిబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ స్లిప్ ఆఫ్ స్ట్రాండ్స్. స్ట్రాండ్స్ అనేవి స్లిప్ అవుతాయి అన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాంకరేజ్ స్లిప్, రైట్? సో యాంకరేజ్ స్లిప్ కెన్ బి ఏబుల్ టు అబ్జర్వ్ ఇన్ ప్రీ టెన్షనింగ్ ఆర్ పోస్ట్ టెన్షనింగ్. యాంకరేజ్ స్లిప్ అనేది ప్రీ టెన్షనింగ్ లో ఉంటుందా, పోస్ట్ టెన్షనింగ్ లో ఉంటుందా? సీ ద స్లైడ్. సో ఈ టేబుల్ మీకు కంపల్సరీ మైండ్ లో గుర్తుండాలమ్మా. ఓకే, వితౌట్ హ్యావింగ్ దిస్ యాంకరేజ్ స్లిప్ విల్ బి దేర్ ఇన్ పోస్ట్ టెన్షనింగ్ బట్ దెర్ ఇస్ నో యాంకరేజ్ స్లిప్ ఇన్ ప్రీ టెన్షనింగ్. ఓకే, ప్రీ టెన్షనింగ్ లో లేనివి ఏంటి? యాంకరేజ్ స్లిప్ ఉండదు, ఫ్రిక్షన్ లాస్ ఉండదు, రైట్? Rest of all will be there in pre-tensioning, but post-tensioning every loss will be there. Okay, now whatever the anchorage slip loss we are going to discuss for post-tensioning. Okay, so let's see. In most post-tensioning systems, when the pre-stressing force is transferred from jack to the anchoraging ends. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఎప్పుడైతే pre-stressing force అనేది జాక్ నుంచి anchoraging ends కి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అవుతుందో the wedges slip over a small displacement. Wedges అనేవి లైట్ గా స్లిప్ అవుతాయంట. వాట్ డు యు మీన్ వెడ్జ్? వెడ్జ్ అంటే ఏంటమ్మా? వెడ్జ్ ఇస్ a material which holds the individual strands. అర్థమవుతుందా? వెడ్జ్ ఇస్ a material which holds the individual strands. All the wedges will be holded by anchorage plate. అర్థమవుతుందా? All wedges is going to be held by anchorage plate. నేను మీకు ఒక చిన్న వీడియో చూపిస్తాను దానికి కూడా. Okay, you can able to observe it carefully. One second. Let me show you one video so where you can able to observe. Yeah. So in this video you can able to see. So this is what a post tension, right? So after getting concrete cured and getting its maximum compression strength, so what is this? ఇప్పుడు చూడండి అన్ని ఎలిమెంట్స్ చూడమ్మా. What is this? This is called anchorage cone. దీన్ని anchorage cone అంటారు. What is this? This is called anchorage plate, right? So this is called anchorage plate. This is called anchorage cone. Anchorage cone will be imported into the concrete. Concrete లోనే ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. Okay, anchorage plate will fit into the hole. ఈ గ్యాప్ లోకి ఫిట్ అవుతుంది అన్నమాట, రైట్? And before placing the jack, okay, they're gonna provide wedges. Okay, wedges and provide chester. I will show you the wedges also. In this video you can't see the wedges. Let me show you the wedges in other video. Where can I show? అందరూ మీరు చూసారు, we gone through lot of videos. Yeah, so here you can see very clearly. చూడమ్మా, ఇది యాంకరేజ్ కోన్, ఇది బేరింగ్ ప్లేట్ అంటారు ఆర్ యాంకరేజ్ ప్లేట్. ఓకే బేరింగ్ ప్లేట్. ఈ హోల్స్ లో మనకు ఇండివిజువల్ స్టాండ్స్ ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తారు. చూడండి, దిస్ స్టాండ్ వాజ్ ఇన్సర్టెడ్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ ఎ వెడ్జ్, రైట్? సో వాట్ దిస్ వెడ్జ్ విల్ డూ, దిస్ వెడ్జ్ విల్ హోల్డ్ ద రాడ్. సో వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ స్టార్ట్ డూయింగ్ స్ట్రెస్సింగ్, ఆ వెడ్జ్ అనేది కొద్దిగా స్లిప్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. సో దెన్ there will be anchorage slip takes place. Okay, so that is how the anchorage slip is going to be calculated. Adi ela calculate chestaru enti anedi when we start design, then you can able to understand. But please try to understand how the anchorage slip takes place in post tensioning member. Okay, okay, so this is called a wedge, right? Okay, so now let's go back to our presentation. So now please try to relate that with the statement. In most post tensioning systems, pre-stress force is transferred from jack to anchoraging ends. Antena మనం ఎప్పుడైతే జాక్స్ తో స్ట్రెస్సింగ్ చేస్తామో ఆ ఫోర్స్ అనేది జాక్ ద్వారా యాంకరేజ్ ఎండ్స్ కి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అవుతుంది. దెన్ ద వెడ్జెస్ స్లిప్ ఓవర్ ఎ స్మాల్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్. వెడ్జెస్ అనేవి లైట్ గా స్లిప్ అవుతాయి అన్నమాట. ఆ స్లిప్ అనేది మనం మెజర్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, so with the measuring that slip, you are supposed to be design the pre-stressing force. Wedge slip అవుతుందంటే అర్థం ఏంటి, మనం ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేసే pre-stressing force 100% ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేయట్లేదు. అండర్స్టాండ్? సో 100% pre-stressing force is not going to transferred into the concrete. Why? Because there is a small displacement takes place in the wedge. That's why you have to calculate the anchorage slip loss. By that you can able to increase bit force to match with the required force to pre-stress the concrete. అర్థమవుతుందా? That is the importance of calculating these losses. మీరు అందరూ సర్వేయింగ్ లో ఎర్రర్స్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేశారు. Why you are calculating this error? By considering these errors, you can able to define its original load to be pulled. అర్థమవుతుందా? అంతే కదా. So that the same way here also the losses are very important to calculate to apply the required pre-stressing force to make the concrete stress. అర్థమవుతుందా? That is what anchorage slip. So here loss of pre-stress is due to consequent reduction in the length of the tendon, and amount of slip depends on type of anchoraging system. ఈ యాంకరేజ్ స్లిప్ కూడా అన్నిటికీ కామన్ గా ఉండదు. ఇట్స్ ఆల్ డిపెండ్స్ అపాన్ ద యాంకరేజింగ్ సిస్టమ్. మనకి యాంకరేజ్ కోన్స్ కానీ మనం అప్లై చేసే డిఫరెంట్ జాక్స్ కానీ, సో బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద జాక్స్ అండ్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద యాంకరేజింగ్ సిస్టమ్, the anchorage slip is going to be takes place, and the anchorage slip losses are also not constant for all kind of post tensioning elements అన్నమాట. ఒక్కొక్క దానికి ఒక్కొక్క కైండ్ ఆఫ్ లాస్ ఉంటుంది. అది మనం ఇండివిజువల్ గా బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్ we have to calculate. Okay, so adanta when we start designing, you will come to know. At the same time, when you start observing these kind of stressing in real applications, then you can able to know how they are going to calculate this anchorage slips and all. Okay, that is what the designer is going to be considered all these losses in designing the pre-stressing force, right? So here you can see how the anchorage slip takes place. So let us take a force variation diagram of various stages. So మీరు stages ఒకసారి చూడొచ్చు. So here there are two stages which was mentioned in the diagram. First stage ఏంటంటే after stretching from right end. Second one after anchorage slip at right end. Okay, ఇక్కడ ఎందుకు రైట్ ఎండ్ అని మాట్లాడుతున్నాం? Why? Because in this post tensioning, one end was anchored, other end was under stressing. Okay, కానీ మీరు ప్రాక్టికల్ గా చూస్తే in major bridges there won't be system like this. Both ends నుంచి they will try to pull. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? stretching will takes place from both ends. రెండు ends నుంచి stretching జరుగుతుంది. అర్థమవుతుందా? See, you can do for small elements in post tensioning, you can do with stressing from one end నుంచి మనం pull చేయొచ్చు అన్నమాట. అదర్ ఎండ్ ఫిక్స్ గా ఉంటుంది. that we call it as an anchoraging at one end. ఇప్పుడు హ్యూజ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, లైక్ బిగ్ గర్డర్స్ అండ్ లాంగ్ బాక్స్ గర్డర్స్ ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి. you can't anchor at one end. You have to pull the strands from both ends. రెండు ends నుంచి కంపల్సరీ పుల్ చేయాలన్నమాట. Okay, it all depends on the pre-stressing system. Okay, don't worry. So here try to relate this anchorage slip, how it is going to be anchored. So here let us take an example of a post tensioned beam where it is inserted with a strand. One end was anchored, other end was subjected to pull. So after stretching from one end, rod. After stretching from one end, rod you can see the graph which is linear. What do you mean this linear graph? The linear graph antara. Why? Because what do you mean linear? Your stress is directly proportional to strain. That is what the meaning of a linear graph. After anchor slip at right end, and the wedge and slip avutundo, a graph emayipoyindi chudandi. The graph was slightly became uneven, slightly became non-linear. Non-linear enduku ayindi? Because there is some loss takes place. Loss jarigindi akkada. What loss it is? It is called anchorage slip loss. Anchorage slip loss will happen due to slip of a wedge from the strand. Strand nunchi wedge nunchi strand ane slip avutundi anamata. So then you can able to observe this anchorage slip. So where your graph will become non-linear. Ilaga slight ga vary avutundi. Enduku ikkada maatrame kanipichindi. Why it is not observed in the left end? Why? Because you are stressing only this member from the right end. You are not stretching from the left end. When you start stretching from the left end also, then you can observe the same kind of anchorage slip even in the left end also. Left end lo kuda meeku anchorage slip anedi kanipistundi. Understand? So this is what about the anchorage slip. So what the note mentioned, effect of anchorage slip is present up to a certain length called the setting length. Danni L set antaru. Okay. So because these notations are very, very important to calculate the anchorage slip loss. Due to some formulas we are going to calculate anamata. Ivanni ela calculate chestam enti anedi we will study later on. Okay, so here you can able to observe and please try to remind. In anchorage slip you are going to calculate the setting length. Endukante anchorage slip ayindi anukondi, manam anchorage slip jarigite what we are going to calculate? We are going to calculate how much length it was got slip. Wedge nunchi strand ane slip avutundi. Enta length slip ayindi anedi we are going to calculate in terms of length. That length is called a setting length under. Okay, so notation is called L set. Right here you can see clearly L set under. Right. So what are the statements explaining for picture A and picture B? The initial tension at the right end is high to compensate for the anchorage slip. It corresponds to about initial pre-stress. The force variation diagram is linear. Antena? So whatever we explained clearly, the same it was reflected in terms of a statement. So what happens in the second picture? After anchorage slip, eppudaithe slip jarugutundo strand from the wedge, the FVD drops. What do you mean FVD? FVD ante entama? So friction, what we called that force variation diagram. You can call it as FVD and a force variation diagram drops near the right end till the length L set. Right. So ఆ లెంత్ ఎంతైతే మనకి స్లిప్ అవుతుందో ఆ స్లిప్ జరిగేంత వరకు ఆ గ్రాఫ్ అనేది నాన్ లీనియర్ కి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది అన్నమాట. అంటే సో అప్ టు దిస్ లెంత్, రైట్, అప్ టు దిస్ లెంత్, ఈ లెంత్ వరకు. సో దిస్ లెంత్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ స్లిప్ లెంత్. సో లెట్ మీ షో యూ ద పాయింటర్. ఓకే, చూడమ్మా ఇక్కడి నుంచి ఇక్కడ వరకు. Right, so this is called L set. Okay, so ఇది L set అన్నమాట. ఎంత లెంత్ అయితే అది anchorage slip అవుతుందో that length we called L set. Right, so that we are going to calculate before execution. Design చేసేటప్పుడే we have to check all these. ఎంత స్లిప్ జరగచ్చు అనేది ముందు మనం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసి then we are supposed to be consider this loss in calculating the pre-stressing force. Understand, right? So this is what about the anchorage slip. So let me show you another picture over here. What happens from the left end? Left end ఏం జరుగుతుంది? Force variation diagram for various stages కదా మనం మాట్లాడుతుంది. In the first you can see the right end, what is the stretching takes place. So what happens in the left end? Here in the left you can see after stretching from left end. So what happens even if you stretch from the left end? So your graph will be like this. Okay, after anchoring slip at left end, it will be non-variation. I mean non-linear అయిపోతుంది complete గా. Okay, So try to relate with the statement here. The initial tension at the left end also corresponds to about initial pre-stress. The force variation diagram is linear up to the central line of the beam. You could show the green line చూస్తున్నారా? Sorry, ఈ FVD diagram of this C picture observe చేయండి. The force variation diagram is linear up to the central line of the beam. Beam యొక్క central line వరకు ఈ గ్రాఫ్ అనేది లీనియర్ గానే ఉంటుంది. ఎప్పుడైతే మీకు ఆ స్లిప్ జరుగుతుందో, okay, what happens at the left end after the anchorage slip at the free variation diagram drops near the left end till the L set. It is observed that after 2 stages the variation of pre-stressing force over the length of the beam is less than after the first stage. First stage kanna second stage lo you can able to observe the length variation which we are going to calculate as the anchorage slip which is taking place at the left end. Okay, ఈ గ్రాఫ్స్ అన్ని మీకు సిమ్యులేషన్ లోనే మనం చూడగలం అన్నమాట. Okay, when you start designing the member you can able to observe practically how the anchorage slip is going to take place at left and right end when the member is post tension. Okay, so this length we are going to calculate as the L set at the left end అన్నమాట. అలా మనం 2 ends ని మనం కన్సిడర్ చేసి we are going to calculate the pre-stressing force. Okay, ఇది ఎలా జరుగుతుంది అనేది we can't see with the naked eye ఎందుకంటే ఇట్స్ ఆల్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద మెంబర్. సో ఇవి మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేయాలి అంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు గో విత్ అనాలిసిస్ విత్ సమ్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్. ఓకే, సో దెర్ ఈస్ ఎ స్పెషల్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ ఫర్ ప్రీ-స్ట్రెస్సింగ్ టెక్నాలజీ విచ్ వి కాల్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఎ మిడాస్. మిడాస్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లో వీ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు డూ ఆల్ ప్రీ-స్ట్రెస్సింగ్స్ ఇన్సైడ్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ సిమ్యులేట్ ద మెంబర్. ఎక్కడ ఎంత యాంకరేజ్ స్లిప్ జరుగుతుంది అనేది వీ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు అబ్జర్వ్ అండ్ వీ కెన్ సీ ద లెంత్ ఆఫ్ స్లిప్ టేకింగ్ ప్లేస్ at both left and right end of the member. Okay, so that is what happening here. Okay, so and very importantly you are supposed to be considered this anchorage slips varying for different members anamata. Okay, anchorage slip nenu meeku indak cheppanu kada, it is not same for all kind of stands vary ayipothe anchorage slip kuda vary avutundi. Okay, let's see clearly here. In anchorage system is all depends on the different methods of pre-stressing systems. What are the methods of pre-stressing systems? As we know, Fresnel system, Magnol system, Woodall system. Okay, all these systems we explained in second unit, second module, first part lo explain chesam. So here let me explain you clearly what is the notation indicates. 12-5 mm dia strands అని అన్నాడు కదా. What is this? దీని ఏమంటారమ్మా? ఇక్కడ అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి కేర్ఫుల్ గా. ఇక్కడ మీకు పిక్చర్ లో డిఫరెంట్ స్టాండ్స్ చూపించాను. వాట్ ఇస్ ద ఫస్ట్ వన్? ఇది అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్? 3 strands which is bunched together. Sorry, 3 plies which is bunched together. సో దీన్ని ఏమంటారు? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లెట్ us say each ply is having a 4 mm dia. దీన్ని ఎలా నోటేట్ చేస్తారు? 3-4 mm dia stands అంటారు. నెక్స్ట్ పిక్చర్ చూడండి. నేను నా కర్సర్ని ఫాలో అవ్వండి అమ్మా. ఓకే, సో ఇది చూడండి. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ అరౌండ్ 7, రైట్? సో దీని ఏమంటారు? 7-5 mm స్ట్రాండ్స్ అంటారు. ఓకే, 5 mm ఈజ్ ఇండికేటింగ్ దట్ డయా ఆఫ్ ఈచ్ ప్లై. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఈ పిక్చర్ చూడండి. చాలా ఎక్కువ స్ట్రాండ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ? 19 వైర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. 19 వైర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో దీన్ని ఏమంటారు? 19- if the each wire is having a dia of 5 mm, we are going to call it as 19-5 mm dia strand antar. Okay, so that is a notation of anchoraging system of a strand in aa vidhanga decide chestaru. So in this table it is very clearly mentioned different anchorage systems is having different anchorage slips. Anchorage slip ante em annamo? We call it as a length set. L set annam kada. ఎంత లెంత్ అది స్లిప్ జరుగుతుంది. So here it's given clearly 12 plies of 5 mm dia. Okay, 12 ante enti 12 plies anamata. Of each 5 mm dia is having a anchorage slip of 4 mm. 4 mm anchorage slip jarugutundanta. Okay, so 12 plies of each 8 mm strand is having an anchorage slip of 6 mm. Okay, if you go with the Magnol system, there is an anchorage slip of 8 mm. And there is another system called a Dividag system. In their anchorage slip is only 1 mm. మీరు ఎక్కువ స్లిప్ ఉన్నది తీసుకుంటారు, తక్కువ స్లిప్ ఉన్నది తీసుకుంటారు. వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు హ్యావ్ విత్ హ్యావింగ్ ఎ మినిమం స్లిప్. Minimum slip will reduce the loss. Okay, so but in practical, lot of pre-stress post tensioning is going to be takes place with the Fresnel system. Anduvalla whatever the dia we use practically, so based on the table, the anchorage slip is going to be calculated with the help of this slip. This slip direct ga manam teeskoni we are going to calculate the pre-stressing force. Okay, so ee tables anni meeku మీ IS 1343 2012 లో చాలా క్లియర్ గా మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నాయి. ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ప్రీ స్ట్రెస్సింగ్ కోడ్ బుక్. ఇన్ దట్ కోడ్ బుక్ ఇట్ వాస్ క్లియర్లీ మెన్షన్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద యాంకరేజ్ సిస్టమ్. ఫర్ దట్ యాంకరేజ్ సిస్టమ్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద యాంకరేజ్ స్లిప్, ఇవన్నీ చాలా క్లియర్ గా కోడ్ లోనే మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నాయి. ఫ్రమ్ దేర్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు టేక్ ద యాంకరేజ్ స్లిప్స్ అండ్ వి స్టార్ట్ డిజైన్. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో హియర్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ద వాల్యూ, యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు టేక్ దిస్ వాల్యూ ఫ్రమ్ ద కోడ్ బుక్. ఎందుకంటే కోడ్ దే ఆల్రెడీ క్యాలిక్యులేటెడ్ ఆల్ ద anchorage slips for different systems, different strand dias annitiki calculate chestunnai. So you can able to take the value from there and we can start the design. Okay, so this is what about the anchorage slip. Okay, so which is going to be takes place, right? So these two systems which we discussed today. So let's wind up today's session. So if you have any doubts regarding the elastic shortening and anchorage slip, so you can ask me now. So in the next class we are going to discuss another losses, frictional loss, which is an immediate loss. Okay, yeah, that's it. Oh, strength is 41. Very good, very good. I'm so happy today. So that strength is 41 today. Good. So please try to maintain the same in the next coming classes also. Those who joined right today, okay, please take suggestions and guidance from the other students who are attending regularly from the day one. Okay, the last date for submitting resubmission of an assignment. Okay, those who already submitted, if those who are submitting freshly, so you can write the content on your own. Why? Because I'm going to check the plagiarism. Don't copy from others. You are supposed to write your assignment on your own. Okay, assignment question paper anni mee groups lo share chestundi. Okay, please try to write start writing your assignment. Okay, that's what I would like to share, guys. So now I think yeah, 10 minutes left. If you have any doubts, you can ask me now related to elastic shortening and frictional loss, okay, which we discussed today. So elastic shortening and anchorage slip. Sorry, frictional loss we not yet started, right? Yeah, so now it's your turn. Any doubts, Amma, in these two losses? Guys, please respond. Any doubts in these losses? Mohan, I don't know, Mohan. Like as you are questioning me, like is there any chance of opening college from August 17th? See, there is no chance of positive chance of opening the college, but the online classes will be continuous as usual, right? So chances is all based on the cases. So let's hope the situation is going to be cleared as soon, right? Because I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so any doubts? Please, you can ask me. You can unmute yourself and please try to put some questions. So by that, we can have a discussion for 8 more minutes. Any doubts, Amma? Yeah. Oh, L11 is anchorage slip depends on dia, sir. Obvious, ka. See, anchorage slip will always depends on the dia of strand, right? when the dia of strand goes on increasing, definitely there is a chance of anchorage slip, right? So chin example. So L11 చాలా మంచి డౌట్ అడిగాడమ్మా. So let's clear with a small example. See, try to hold a small wire in your hand. Okay, small dia wire ni మీరు స్ట్రాంగ్ గా హోల్డ్ చేయగలుగుతారా, లార్జ్ dia wire ni మీరు స్ట్రాంగ్ గా హోల్డ్ చేయగలుగుతారా? So when the dia is small, you can hold the wire very firmly. అదే రాడ్ dia ఎక్కువ అయింది అనుకోండి, so what happens, it will easily lose its grip from your holding. So that is how when the dia of rod becomes more, there is a possibility of slip takes place in the member. Okay, ఎందుకంటే మీకు grip పట్టుకునే strength మీకు automatic గా తగ్గుతుంది, right? So that is the reason why, so when the dia increases, automatically the slip, anchorage slip will be more. Okay, it was clear. And also no number of bars, exactly the number of bars kaadu, number of plies. Number of plies perige koddi automatically dia of strand perugutundi. Why? Because ply winded together, it will make it end as a strand, right? Wound together, it will become a tendon. Tendons group together, it called as a cable. So the same way, ఎప్పుడైతే number of bars పెరుగుతాయో automatically dia కూడా పెరుగుతుంది. Okay, so obviously dia's increasing dia will have more anchorage slip, right? Anyone, any doubts amma? Mithun, Harini, Anusha, Pravalika, see, anyone, any doubts? Ganesh, Aparanjita, see, please try to put your name along with your roll number, amma. So by that I can recognize you clearly. Okay, Industry, Rashekar, Lavanya, Mohan, Nikita, Rahul, Rajesh, any doubts? Sir, on that you told that I will explain later about the nominal cover. Nominal cover గురించి చెప్తాను na. Yeah, obviously nominal cover is very important. I think the nominal cover which you already studied in RCCM, so which is cover should be maintained in between concrete and steel, right? So I think in IS 456-2000 you can get the information of a nominal cover of different members based on its exposure బట్టి మీకు nominal cover అనేది డిసైడ్ చేస్తాం. Okay, if the structural element is exposed more with soil or with the water, so definitely the cover will be more. Okay. Anything else? Clear andariki? No doubts? Three minutes left, amma. Okay, done, right? So possibly yesterday class మనం మిస్ అయ్యాం కదా, so I will try to engage that class either tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I will reschedule and I will send you the link. Okay, so we will try to cover that class also in this week itself. Okay, so by that we will be within the timetable. Okay, so I will just update you with the rescheduled time. Okay, so please try to finish your first assignment, okay, in a good manner. So don't copy from others, try to write on your own, right? So then it will be easy. Okay, your deadline is on Monday. Okay, I will send you the Google form with the rescheduling of assignment 1 and a notation to ఉంటుంది. Okay, I will try to send all your plagiarism documents also along with that, right? Okay, so let's see you in the next class, right? So all of you, so please be careful. Now the situation is not good. Okay, so please be safe.